G'day guys, Annika here, and we're going to do this term's edition of Food and Bible. Unfortunately we cannot eat food together because it's YouTube. I was just going to get some chips for myself, but that would just be mean. But we have got one of the things that we do normally have in Food and Bible, which is guinea pigs. This is Daisy, and these are her two new babies that she had during the holidays. They are going to be exactly 2 weeks old today at 9:30, so because that's when they were born at night. So yeah, say hello to them. They're very noisy. I'll put them back with their mum so they can calm down a bit. But they're just normally very noisy because they're very active and they're babies, you know. So yeah, they're very cute. And sorry, their names are Snowball. This is Snowball. You can tell that she's different to her mum because she's smaller and because she has pinker ears. Her mum has grey ears. And this is Munchkin. He's a very curly Rex guinea pig. I really like him, how he's so different to his sister and how he looks a bit like his dad. Like his grandfather. Okay, let's go. So Food and Bible is going to be a bit different this year. Hopefully we might be able to do it during whenever school comes back. We might have to wait and see for that one. I hope that we can because it's great to see each other face to face, but we most likely won't be able to do that this term because of the coronavirus. What I really hope that we can do is set up some sort of Zoom call. So if you think that you would be able to figure out Zoom, it's basically just clicking on a link, Zoom comes up, and you just kind of click on some things. Maybe you might need your mum or your dad to help you, or your big sister or brother, or just someone who's used this platform before to help you. Otherwise, I can talk you through it while I'm on there, but most of it should be pretty easy. So if you feel like you're up for that, please tell me in the comments down below. I would love to do a Zoom call with you guys. It's much better to do an interacting sort of thing than just telling you the story about God. And yeah, and of course my guinea pigs will be there. So please tell me in the comments down below. Also, I should do the Lights announcement. So recently, Lights has just been a meeting on Zoom where we have just done all the stuff, normal stuff, you know, all the normal kids are there, and we have, you know, everyone from year 6 to 12 can come still, and there's just a Zoom meeting with fantastic games and Bible talks and discussion groups. So no longer is there songs or yummy food, but we still can have a lot of fun and learn a lot. So I still encourage you to come every week. It is not the same experience, but it is still an experience that we can learn and have fun with. So please do come to that, and the link will be up top. But this week will be a little bit different. This week we are doing Kick. Friends is like 600 other Christians who and they're all just nude and different people, and it's just this big atmosphere of God-loving people, and it's just great to celebrate God's love with everyone else, and it's just like this giant ball of happiness when you do it. It's amazing. And you really just learn something new every time, no matter how much you think you know about God. I always learn something new, and it's just like, whoa, whenever I do, because like God is really just whoa, and remembering that or learning something new about how that is, it's just awesome. Yeah, the baby guinea pigs are drinking milk now. They're so soft. So here is the noticing from the. So here are the notices from and announcements from the Lights leaders. Hello parents and youth. This Friday, the 1st of May, we are going to be having our we are not going to be having our usual Zoom session meeting, but instead are being highly encourage your kids to watch our Kick live stream at 7 to 5:30 p.m. Kick is a huge Christian conference, so I imagine that the live stream is going to be a lot of fun and very encouraging for your kids. So when it says your kids and stuff, it just means you, because this is meant to be to the parents, but kids can get it too. And if you want to get these emails, let me know in the comments down below. The live stream can be accessed from the Facebook page, which is kcc.kick, or their website, which is www.kick.org.au. And we'll be back to normal the next week after. Smiley face. So that will hopefully be a lot of fun. I'll have the link to the website in the description and in the comments, and hopefully you can join into that. All you have to do is watch them and listen. It'll be great fun. But 6 is normal. Every Sunday now we're having a Zoom session, which is about from 6 o'clock. About 6 o'clock. Yeah, it's from 6 o'clock p.m. to about 7. Really depends. And that's really fun, and we get to learn a lot, and we get to, you know, meet with new people or people that we already know, depending on whether or not you've come to Kick before. Probably most of you don't know it, but it's a good new experience, and you don't have to like get your parents to drive you there anymore. You can just go to Zoom. So the link to get to those will be in the website for St. Mark's Church. So that will be also in the description. So if you want to join in with that, the link will be in the descriptions and in the comment section. And if you want it to be emailed to you or to get the daily emails of Lights, then please let me know in the comment sections or something, and I can get the emails to you and ask the Lights leaders to email them to you a lot. Or you can tell me that you want this but you don't want an email form, you want it from Instagram or something. You can always follow Lights, or you can follow Lights or our church, St. Mark's Freshwater Church, or both, on social medias, which is Instagram, I think Snapchat, and definitely Facebook. So just type those up in the search section and click on follow or like or whatever it is. Yeah, but otherwise you can just tell me in the comment section how you would like to know these things, how would you like to get the links, and I will just get them to you. Yeah, because it's really good if even in these hard times we can still learn about our awesome, amazing Maker and, you know, the God of all things. Like, for me, it's the most important thing that we can ever learn. Like, it's like learning who we are as people, and that is that we are children of God, in my point of view. Of course, you can also just learn how it feels to be a Christian, or what it is like for people like me. You don't have to believe it all. You don't have to do that at all. You can just listen and find out. It's completely up to you what you do with this information. It's really good to know more things, because, like, why not? So today I'm just going to tell you a quick story about which Jesus told, and it kind of tells us who we are as people and kind of our journey. Everyone has about the same similar journey when it comes to Christianity. Sure, everyone has a different way of it happening, a different way they go onto the path, but once they get on, it's the same sort of path. So that kind of didn't make sense, but you will understand once you hear this story. Okay, so there are two farmers. Sorry, there's a farmer and his two sons. One of his sons is like really happy about his father, and one of the sons is like, I don't like working at this farm. I kind of just want all the money, because back then the dad when the dad died, he would just give them the money and they'd get to have the money and do whatever they want. And he just kind of said, I don't really like this farm. I kind of just want to get that money now. I don't like sitting around waiting for you to die, Dad. Can I get the money now? And Dad's like, okay. And so this second son takes this money and goes off and has parties and like travels and makes all these cool new friends, and he's so happy. But then his money runs out and he doesn't have a job, and there's hardly any food. He loses everything. The only job that he can get is feeding the pigs. Now, not like these cute little pigs, like the muddy, snotty pigs. And when he fed the pigs, he looked at their food. They're not so good food. They're sloppy food. And thought, I wish I could eat their food. Imagine that. Imagine being that starved. And then he remembered his dad. And he remembered how at the farm he could eat well. And he had a dad who loved him, and how much he missed his dad, and how much better his life was back then. How he'd given it all up for stupid reasons. And how he was stupid to think that he could just live by himself. And he should have just trusted his dad. But he was worried that his dad might not accept him because he'd already done so many things wrong. He had wished his dad was dead. Like, that's pretty bad. But he decided to give it a try. Maybe he'll just plead and say sorry a lot of times, and maybe his dad will accept him as one of his workers or something. Definitely won't accept him back as his son. So he wandered off and travelled back to where his dad's farm was. And when his dad saw him in the distance, his dad ran up to him and gave him the biggest hug and pulled around him a special cloak and said to all his friends, all his neighbours, all his workers, hey, my son is back. And the sons tried to say sorry, but the father was just too happy to have his son back. And all the people were celebrating and had this giant party, and they had the most delicious food there. Everyone was celebrating. Even people the son didn't even know were so happy to have him back. He is so happy to be back with his dad and his awesome family. And that is what it feels like for us. A lot of times we can wander away from God. We can just wish that he didn't exist and that we could do whatever we want to do. And that we can wish that there aren't all these rules about doing what God says and living his way. We will want to swear and, eat everything, even if it's not ours, I don't know. We just kind of do whatever we want. But once we start really doing that, we realize that, and start living for ourselves instead of God, we realize that that's not how life is meant to be lived. And eventually we stop having fun, and it just starts getting slower, and life seems pointless. But then you remember that that as children of God, our purpose is to praise God, to glorify him, to celebrate what an amazing God he is. That's why he made us, to be his friends. And if we're not going to be his friends, not going to be his children, and just wander away, then there is no purpose to our lives. There is no reason why we should have been made, because that is why God made us. At least that's what I believe. So that is why I absolutely love God so much. Even though I wander away from him, I get lost, and I do the wrong thing a lot, he still loves me, still welcomes me back into his home, no matter what. Because he is my dad. That can never change. And unlike our dads, he made us, and every single thing that we have, he selected, and he made us like a beautiful picture that he painted. And you know how when an artist paints a beautiful picture, every single stroke is meant to be there. Like, they do it intentionally, and they know exactly what they want it to look like, and then it comes out as just beautiful. That's what God did with us. He just made us absolutely beautiful, and everything was on purpose, and just like, and he loves us. Even when we do something wrong, he knows us, and he loves us, because we are his children, and he will never stop loving us. And yeah, that's our story for today, about how, even though it may not always seem like that, and it may seem like it's the best thing to just go and do whatever you want, God will always love you, and you will always be one of his children. You just gotta go back to him and find him and accept that, and love him for what he is, because he definitely loves you. Alright, now that we've read that story, we are going to pray. So let's pray about this awesome truth that we have in God. And if you want to pray with me, you can simply just be quiet now, and when we're finished, you just say Amen, which basically means I agree. So I'll say Amen, and then you just say it with me or after me. Let's go. Dear Father, thank you so much that you can be our loving and awesome Father who will love us no matter what, and who made us, and every single detail, knows the amount of hairs on our head, and designed us, and my guinea pig is licking my hand. Yeah, thank you so much for all of that and how much you love us. Please help us to recognize that, to love you for who you are, and to turn back to you, just like the boy turned back to his father in the story. Yeah, Amen. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys learnt something. I hope that you guys can come to or join in with lights this Friday, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week hopefully, and we'll see what we can do for next week. Alright, let's say bye, guinea pigs. Can you say bye, Daisy? Bye. Bye. I'm not going to pick the guinea pigs up and show them to you because they're drinking milk, and we're not supposed to interrupt them when they're drinking milk. So yeah, let's just say goodbye, and I'll see you guys next week. So Munchkin's gonna say bye. Munchkin, say goodbye. You can definitely hear him saying something. It is a boy, just in case I didn't mention that. And Snowball's still drinking milk. Yep. Alright. Goodbye.